All right. Welcome to BossCowboySports.
Shout out Sean.
We got a lot of updates, and obviously because of the updates, we freestyling. We got Freestyle Monday. We're gonna have the call lines open. So y'all get on in, get your thoughts together, because the show is going to depend on what y'all talking about. So when we freestyling, we coming in with no agendas. We coming in with no talking points. We coming in with no plan. We go just freestyle. I think all of us at this point as Cowboy fans should have been keeping up enough to be able to have a decent dialogue about some of these recent moves. And so that's how we gonna handle it. The OC should also be in the house because he just tried to come in. So y'all give me a second. Obviously y'all know on the back end it's always a setup. So let me kind of get to working on that. I'm gonna be right back. OC. Oh man. Game over. We got the OC in the building, boy. What's up, man?
Man, a whole lot of shaking going on.
Sinatra on the beat.
It's a whole lot of shaking, big dog.
A whole lot of shaking going on.
It's a whole lot of shaking. It is. So we go digest this, man, and we go open up these call lines, big dog. Yeah, we go open up these call lines. Oh man, I just noticed my boy Big Game James live.
Shout out
Yeah.
Sean.
I hate going live when the homies live. But man, we gotta get our show out the way, man. I ain't gonna want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's hard, man. It's hard with all this breaking news, man. I was about to drop a video, then something else happened. Drop a video, something else happened. Shoot, let's say,
Just save them videos, dog. Just save all the videos. Let's just go live.
Yeah, man,
right.
This is happening too fast. This thing is happening too fast.
See, that's that's one of the things I do love about the offseason, big dog, is the speed of it. It's a different speed than the regular season. Honestly, the regular season is easy. I ain't gonna even lie, that's easy, you know. But the offseason is where you gotta have your game face on, big dog, because you gotta be ready on a dime. You know what I mean? Not just to do the content, but just to keep up. You know what I'm saying? And it's a test of everybody's Cowboy knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So we got everything queued up too, man. Everything ready to go, bro. The people already coming in the building. We not gonna even do no intro. We gonna get right into the content. So I got everything rolling. So, all right.
Let's do it.
So here we go. All right, we go wait till the countdown finish and we go start. All right, that's the countdown. Boom, you got the OC, you got Boss Cowboy Sports. We in the house, and we live. So obviously, I must always start with greeting all people. Man, y'all up in here today. Obviously, likely because of the breaking news. Let me see. So yeah, Terrence say, man, I miss City Wilson already, bossing OC.
Yeah, you gonna miss him. You gonna miss him, especially if we don't capitalize on some type of free agent target. You're gonna really miss him.
Yeah, I know we go get a free agent. We go get a free agent receiver. Y'all get ready for that. It's gonna be a decent one. It's gonna be. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna even lie to the people. It's gonna
start
be.
my campaign.
What's the campaign, big dog?
Juju.
Oh.
You better get Juju. Get somebody who can win. You need to get somebody who can win. Don't get no knockoff. Don't get no third receiver. Don't get no 2A.
Get ready.
2B, 3A.
It's gonna be a 3A, dog. And to a degree, Juju is a 1B, dog. That's not a 1A.
I don't care. He's one of the best out there.
True.
Juju.
True. Let me go through the comments real quick, and then we go open up the phones because we called it freestyle. My boy D.A. Lee say D.A. Lee is a nut, dog. That's my dog. He don't give a dog. That's my boy. D.A. Lee will snap at anybody over the Cowboys. Say salute to that DMV Cowboy, bro. Man, that boy go hard on Twitter, bro. I be rocking with DA. He don't gives no, you know what I'm talking about. All right.
Yep.
And somebody say sign AB. Nah. And I'm usually for taking risks, dog. I ain't with AB. It's
Too big.
yeah, I think he content. I don't like content people. I don't like people that's good. You know what I mean? I like hungry people. I feel like he's so good on his money. He's a little bit too free. You know what I mean? He's a little bit too free. Somebody say Cowboys from the top rope with the dumpster dive. Let's open up the phones, big dog. We're going to go right into these phones. Let's go. All right, we got the phone lines open. Y'all call on in, man. This is freestyle. Freestyle Monday. So we go do the show based on y'all. All right. So we got the call lines open. But while we got those call lines, oh, there it is. Man, they came in fast. Boss Cowboy Sports.
What up, homeboy?
What's up, man? You was ready. You was ready the time. You beat Coach Marv. What's up?
Yeah. You already know, cousin. Hey, I love this DeMarcus Lawrence signing. Y'all know I'm with that, homeboy. That helps the Cats tremendously. You feel me?
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. It did.
Hey, and you know what? You know what I'm thinking? You know, Steven, you know, he's still Cat Boy. You know, like Big Game James says, Cat Boy.
No.
Okay?
He don't say Cowboy. He don't say
Just
Cowboy. He say baby nuts.
Don't, like y'all say, don't let the Cowboys organization top people fool you too much, you know, because they're going to do what's best for business, as OC would say, you know. But at the same time, just think if we can get Mr. Wagner and Randy Gregory signed, and then we go offensive line in the first round, or we go Mr. Greg Wilson because he so happens to get to us, or Traylon Burks in the first round, or we get Sky Moore, or we get Chris Olave. I mean, come on now. We're talking weapons, homeboy. We're talking about smash mouth football. And we still get us a decent offensive line in the second round if we don't get him in the first. So we're talking football right now. We're talking Cowboys.
So it sounds like you drinking that. Sound like you drinking that Kool-Aid. You all the way drunk?
No, it's just measured Kool-Aid, but it's started out Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? You got to measure it a little bit and see what you might come up with. You might come up with some good drafting because Cowboys good at drafting. That's what they've been good at the last, 2-3 years?
Yeah, they go draft
Have
good.
they not?
Yeah, they go draft good. Like, they go draft good.
Okay, so, you know, I'm giving them some love in that aspect. That don't mean I'm fooled by it.
No, and there's nothing wrong with drinking Kool-Aid. Listen, don't let me talk you out of if you drinking that Kool-Aid. That's you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody will ever try to talk you out of that. But
No, and I know y'all see it from a bigger picture like I do.
No,
I mean, proof is in the
and I'm not
pudding,
saying we see it better than you. We're not saying we see it better than you. No, I'm just saying if that's what you feel, we cool with that. But
I mean, you know, but it's also the passion I bring it to you guys because, you know, there is light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, there are things that don't always go the way the Cowboys Nation would like it, but at the same time, if you're a real fan and you love your team like I love my team, you always see the best in things. You don't look at just the negative. The negative is what makes you better.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because when you can admit your mistakes and you learn from them and you do better, then it helps you out in the long run. Now, I'm not saying the Dallas Cowboys organization has learned from, let's say, they got rid of Amari Cooper. I don't agree with that, but it is what it is. That's just part of the business. That's the way football is sometimes. I may not like it, but that's just the way it is. I don't make the $1 billion. I don't get to make decisions. So I don't get a choice in the matter. So I just have to learn to live with it and move on and be a real Cowboys fan and keep supporting my team no matter what, just like I do you guys. I share and like your stuff all the time because you guys speak facts, you're real, and I love you guys. You're a fam to me. So at the end of the day, I love it. it's a win-win. Let's go give it a shot and see what we can do this year. And if we don't make it to where I think we should make it, then I guess we're just going to end up with Sean Payton possibly, or DQ. I mean, because if McCarthy don't pull it out this year, I don't know. We don't know. We're going to see.
Gotcha. Well, we go take some more calls. I want to be fair to the other callers, and we want to appreciate it, man.
Tell me what you think, and let me hear what you guys are thinking too, because I love you guys.
We go talk about it. We go definitely talk about that D-Law since that's what you started with. Okay, we go take that. We go freestyle on that. That was Darren. And his voice definitely matters, man. He's definitely one of the best people in the community because he shares everybody's content. He's a faithful sharer. I see him all the time. He shares us on Twitter. He shares our YouTubes. He shares us in Facebook. He shares us everywhere. And he shares other people. And I think that's when you doing it like that, to me, you helping the movement. So first, OC, what's your thoughts on this D-Law thing, big dog?
Man, D-Law has once again robbed that bank, and I'm not mad at him.
Whoa.
The original Hot Boy.
You say rob?
Look, he didn't guarantee another bag. That's what he did.
Okay.
Now they saved money against the cap, right? By the $13.3 million average, but he got a $40 million 3-year deal, $30 million guaranteed, Boss Cowboy.
Right.
So if he plays this out, he will have been paid $130 million by the Cowboys.
Yeah. He killed it.
So hey, his productivity doesn't measure up to that, but he's a strong player. He's a Cowboy favorite. He's actually one of the guys. And I'm not mad at him. I think that he's still got good football left in his body. I just would like to see him stay healthy, and I would like to see his sack production in particular come up to help this defense a little bit more. That's what I think.
Well, I said this on Twitter, and I want to get your thoughts on this before we take another call, big dog. And a lot of people showing love. I see B Bird in the house. He said, "What's up, boss?" And the OC. What's up, B Bird, man? We always good to see you. Antoine Smith, he laughing at the OC. I don't know why you laughing, but it must have been something you said. Somebody said D-Law finessed the Cowboys, and I'm not mad at him. I actually think it's different, and this is what I want to talk about it. I feel like his contract was more self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? Because he was due $27 million, and it lowered it. You know what I'm saying? So, and we had, my boy Big Game James on the final word. I can't wait till tomorrow for the final word. Big Game James went hard on Tank not really living up to his contract. And a lot of people would try to fight him on that. But I'm going to say this. This is the truth about what Big Game James was saying. Defensive ends are paid based on sacks. Just like cornerbacks are paid based on interceptions. You know what I'm saying? And so for the fact that he was open for them to go in there and change his contract to where he's actually paid less, to me, that's him showing self-awareness of how the market really works, which is rare. Which I could also say, from my perspective, that, man, most athletes wouldn't have done that. They would have been like, cut me. You know what I'm saying? And pay me. What's your thoughts on that, OC?
Right. Yeah, man. I think that, he wanted to be a Cowboy, so it was a yin and that he was a guy that, understood that his productivity hadn't been there. He's been injured. But at the same time, it's still a win for him because he has a lot of guaranteed money. And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right? He still has $30 million in guaranteed money with poor production and a bad injury history.
Yeah.
That's where he got the bag. That's where he used the fan favorite and the fact that they like him and got loyalty to him. Right? So, yeah, it's self-awareness. He wanted to stay here, and he didn't want to be in the open market. But make no mistake about it, and this is what I want to be clear about, that was a win for DeMarcus Lawrence. That was a win.
I think it was a win for the Cowboys, too.
Yeah.
I think it was a tremendous win for the Cowboys. So we go open back up the phone lines.
Flip to your screen, boss.
Okay. Yeah. So we got the phone lines back open. So obviously this is Freestyle Monday. All right, here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's going on? This is Del Prom.
What's up, Dale? My boy Dale be bringing that juice. Pop,
Yeah,
pop,
man,
pop.
I mean, I'm hearing all these big signings, right? I'm glad Tank is coming back. I know some folks feel like he didn't deserve that money, but he was a big game changer for us throughout the season, man. So we definitely need him to come back, and I'm happy for it. But the one player that I'm not hearing about, what's going on with J-Ron Curse? Has there been anything in the news about him?
Yes, there's been a lot of reports, especially from Bobby Belt, that they are working on J-Ron Curse. It's some bad signs starting to come out right now, though. Like BJ Nix put out and showed that he cleared all the Dallas Cowboy content off of his social media. That's not a good sign.
Oh, boy.
It's not a good sign.
Damn, man. Because remember, he got the green dot last season, man. So
oh, yeah, you know, I know.
He was gonna come
yeah,
back.
Bro. Yeah.
Oh,
and,
and then what about Van Ash? Did you hear anything about him? I don't want him to come back, to be honest with you. I'd rather us go get another linebacker, but I'm just curious.
It's been silent on him too, bro. And I got a bad feeling that he gonna come back at a team-friendly deal, just to be honest. I just think he's one of those guys that is going to not value himself. And, you know, Steven Jones is in that mode to where if you team-friendly, he taking you.
Damn.
I think he coming back. That's the guy. I think. I mean, don't hold me to it, but I just think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. That was the only things I would want to say, man. I mean, shout out to you and the OC, man. You're doing an awesome job. I see that you're growing your followers, so I'm here to support.
Yeah.
And best of luck, man.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. Good call.
All right, man.
Yeah, man. So I do have some bad feelings about LVE coming back. So just keeping it real with everybody. I want to also kind of talk about something. Let's take another call, man. Y'all call in. I'll be looking for it. There it is. Y'all not playing today. Y'all coming in. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss.
What's up, Coach Maul?
Coach Maul, man. I finally got in here, man.
Okay, man.
Somebody taking my title, but coming in first,
you,
man.
Coach. They beat you, man. They learned the game. They got us on speed down now, Coach.
That's right. They learned the game. But listen, boss. Defense, baby. Let's go all in on the defense, boss. OC, let's go all in on defense. I think let's do it the Seattle way. Let's go all in defense and just turn Dak Prescott in what I think he models more of a Russell Wilson when he won the championship. Defense and let him make timely plays, and let's go all in on the defense, and let's get this defense even better with Dan Quinn in this second year. D-Law is a big hit for us. Man, we talk about D-Law not producing. When the 6 games or 7 games he played, every game he made plays. He caused turnovers. He made fumbles. He had sacks, hits on the quarterback that caused interceptions. If you put here's what he did in the last half of the season for an entire year, he would have had a big year because he's playing around better players, and he is not a guy that could be by himself and dominate. But when you put him with Randy Gregory and Michael Parsons, and you have to put lesser guys on him or not pay much attention. D-Law is still a dominating player that can make plays. He makes plays. I mean, he only played what? He was out 10 games. He played 6 games. He caused how many fumbles? Had an interception for a touchdown. He had a pressure. Listen, D-Law plays the whole year. He's going to be, and he's Dan Quinn. Boy, you know how gushing Dan Quinn was of D-Law and Randy Gregory? You know he wasn't going nowhere because Dan Quinn still carrying weight. Dan Quinn is still carrying weight. So if Dan Quinn wants Curse will be here. If Dan Quinn wants, and if the money is possible to get Wagner, they will be here. I don't think the Cowboys want to lose the ground that they gained on this defense. They're not going to lose the ground of their game on this defense. And if this defense go all in defense, fellas, I know everybody's offensive happy, but you can make your offense better if you got a controlling, dominating defense. You don't have to score 40 points a game, fellas. This defense is going to get better than it was last year. You get this continuity of this defense stay together for the second year, it's going to get better. And if we mess around and sign Curse, Gregory, and we find a way to get Bobby Wagner, I'll put our defense against anybody. And plus, Bobby Wagner will help the development of Michael Parsons greatly with his experience in that room. Then you're going to see Michael Parsons go to another level. Let's go all in defense, fellas.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I'm going to talk about that real quick, Coach. Why I definitely agree with you on that for sure. Because I got another reason why I agree with you on that. All right? I'm going to talk about that. Obviously, Coach.
All right, fellas, man, y'all keep doing a great job y'all doing, man. And keep putting the pressure on them, man, to keep on. Don't fall. Don't get lax on them and say, okay, we're making some good moves. Keep putting the pressure on that organization to keep making more moves.
Man.
Yoga fire.
Appreciate
Later.
it, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Man, that was a good call. All right, check this, man. Because before we take some more calls, I want to say why I totally disagree. I mean, not disagree. Agree with Coach Marv on what he said about going all in on this defense. So I just want y'all to listen in, and I put this link in the description and this happened today. I want y'all to listen.
And again, I think they've made this thing personal. They certainly have when it comes to Amari. I mean, Eric and I were told by somebody who's very close to that situation that they told Amari Cooper he doesn't fit within their offense. And if Amari Cooper doesn't fit within your offense, there's a problem with your offense. So, now, I mean, you look at how they constructed that deal where you can get out of it after 2 years, and it kind of seemed like that was their plan all along. It didn't matter how Amari performed or what their roster was looking like. They were going to get out of that thing. And now and we'll get into the Michael Gallup deal, but how they've constructed that as well. It seems like they have been out after 2 years. And I wonder if that's just their plan, no matter what they're sticking to it. Eric, you and I have talked about this. I know you disagree.
So that's why I'm all the way what Coach is saying. Because the Cowboys, Coach Marv, I'm 100% with what Coach is saying, because they are showing that they're going all in with this committee system. So everybody that's been following Boss Cowboy Sports, you've heard this 1,000 times. But now even they are saying it. Because, see, when I was saying it, people were saying, oh, yeah, it's a conspiracy theory. But now they coming out and saying, we let Amari go because he didn't fit our system. And just like the guy said from 105.3 The Fan, if you couldn't use Amari, he wasn't a problem. Your system was the problem. So
yeah, and I got a. Go ahead, boss. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
Yeah. So the problem was your system. So it's one of those things that we've been warning, that I've been warning for sure, that this is a system that you can't trust in big games. This system is going to show up for the season. It's going to do its thing. But this is why I called it fool's gold. It's going to look good, but it's not championship material. It's not. It's playoff football. It's not championship football. So if the best chance of us winning a Super Bowl is a defensive team. That's why I 100% agree with Coach Marv, hoping that we go all in on that defense, OC.
Yeah, man. And you said this last week, and I believe you said it first, that we should go all in on the defense because we are committed to this receiver by committee, which is a systematized system that's not going to work.
Nope.
So, yeah, you called sure. And so I'm glad that they signed D-Law in that regard. I hope they signed Hurst back. You know,
Yes.
because of the fact we need as many dogs, and I hope they draft another defensive end. I
Yes.
hope you get as many dogs as you can get, or another fast linebacker. Like as many dogs as you can get. You know,
Right.
the only sad thing about this, and I'm gonna go ahead and go on record and say this first. This does reek of a little bit of sabotage. Can you see
Oh.
it, Boss Cowboy?
Ooh.
This reeks of sabotage.
Okay, hold
And
on.
this
I'm
is-
gonna sit back and let you talk, bro. I'm gonna sit back. Go ahead.
Because who's the person that's going to get the blame when this thing does not work if they don't draft another receiver or get a good free agent? You're going to say that Dak Prescott sucks. That's what everybody's going to say. That's the narrative. Dak Prescott's not worth $40 million. But you did this to Dak Prescott. You didn't give Dak Prescott people that could separate. You forced Dak to make all tight window throws. You forced Dak to scramble and throw the ball on the run because we didn't have receivers that could separate or catch balls or messed up on routes because you didn't invest in a quality enough personnel to make your quarterback look good. So this reeks of a little bit of sabotage. So if this thing does not work, Boss Cowboy, then next offseason or even before then, we'll be talking about how they are up in arms about Dak Prescott because one thing we know that Stephen Jones does not like the Dak Prescott contract. We know if you read between the lines, he did not want to pay this man. So that's what we go deal with next. And I hate it for Dak Prescott because he's going to have to, not only is CD Lamb and these guys going to have to produce, but he's going to have to elevate his game to another level. And he's going to have to work extra hard to be sure that he's on the same page with whoever they put in the building.
I hear you on the theory. The only reason I don't quite buy it is because of the timing. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason I don't quite buy it because usually, in my opinion, when they start trying to manipulate outcomes for contracts, it's about a year before your money is due. You see what I'm saying? And he got a brand new contract. Now, I do feel you, and you're not crazy at all for thinking what you think, because that's why Mike McCarthy came out and said, I'm focused on winning versus this front office try to focus on bigger picture stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Dak Prescott, if you think about Dak Prescott contract, we're half through the fully guaranteed. We'll be half through after this year.
Okay.
We're half through that already.
Yeah.
So his contract was not backloaded. He has a contract that, he has to opt to trade. He has a no trade clause, but it's an option to where if they ran into a bad situation similar to Deshaun Watson, because Deshaun Watson with the Texans had a no trade clause, so he has to agree on wherever he goes, right? But if this thing looks bad this year offensively, and Dak is not hot because he doesn't have weapons, and it's not just Dak's fault, then we're going to have another discussion about this because they want to just talk about that money and saving that money. And I'm telling you, Boss Cowboy, I see it happening before it happens, man. If we don't commit to getting a good receiver, man, I promise.
Yeah, that's when I will buy what you're saying. If we go out of free agency and the draft and don't weapon up this squad, you right. Okay. But I'm betting. Because I think the Dallas Cowboys also understand the value of hope, right? So, like, this DeMarcus thing gave the fans a little bit of hope. You know what I'm saying? Because it freed up cap space. And, you know, Steven has trained us to think if we got the cap space, we're closer to winning the Super Bowl, which is so not true. It's about players, you know what I mean? Not about cap space. It's about the dogs you get in here. That's why releasing Cooper was a major mistake. It was a major mistake. So, yeah, I think we gotta. I'm gonna wait to see how free agency and the draft play out, and then I'll buy into what you're saying. Let's take another call real quick. We got the call lines back open because this is Freestyle Monday. Obviously, we want to hear from y'all. Y'all making the show. We taking the content as y'all present it. And if not, oh, there it is. But y'all not playing today, man. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's happening, boss? This B Bird, brother.
What's up? What's up, B?
Hey, nothing much, man. So, how you doing today, man?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, man, so I want to talk about the system because I think you did bring up a good point, and I think one of the things you get me away from is totally blaming Kellen Moore. I think we are making a mistake with that because I think if you look back, Kellen Moore is basically running the system that we've had from the 90s to the 2000s, all the way up to now. He just took over what he's learned from Garrett, what he learned from the Jimmy Johnson era, and they just brought it up to now. But the thing about the system is that no system with rules, hard, fast rules, is going to work. And this system that we have offensively is one of those things to whereas if the number one wide receiver is double, then you go to other ones. Yeah. So what that does is that allows the defense to manipulate you because of your rules.
Right.
And so And so what ends up happening is they can actually have your fourth wide receiver getting all the catches because they can manipulate it. Or what they can do is show a double on Amari and then take it off at the snap and do something different. And you've already changed your play to what you've seen. And it just you can't have an offensive system with rules like that. Nope. That the defense knows what the rules are. Yep. And it's almost like cheating on the test. And to be honest with you.
God, dog. Man, B-Bird. You can't say it no better. That's why I don't trust it, for the reasons you just said. That's exactly why I don't trust it in big games. And this is the sad part, B-Bird. We going into next season with a run it back attitude. You feel me, OC? OC, Big Bird. We going there like we just need to run it back. They figured you out by that second half of the season, and you gonna run it back. No, build the defense because that offense is already setting us up.
Well, and the thing about one of the things I'll tell you that this is what I want to translate into, man, because I kind of held off on this. Let me just give you a little bit of history. Mm-hmm. In 16, 17, I think I wasn't really fully on the Dak bandwagon. At 16, I felt like Tony should have came back. He's a more accomplished quarterback at that point in time. But I think in 19 is when I kind of got on Dak, on the Dak bandwagon. I saw him throwing over the middle. I saw him doing some things that I liked. And then in 20, he kept progressing. In 21, he kept on doing it. But I felt like he regressed a little bit last year. Let's go back to Tony Romo era, and I'm a fan of both those quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. But then you say, well, why did that work? Why did the offense work with Romo and the number one? Because Romo said, "System be damned. I'm going to Dez
and tight end.
System be damned. I'm going to my system be damned. I'm going to these guys." So what he did, he overrode the system and just said, "Nah, man, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. You run the slant. I don't give a damn. They do W. I'm coming to you." Right. The problem with Dak is too much like whatever play they call, I'm running. And the thing about it is, I think Dak's mentality is still of a fourth round wide receiver instead of a franchise quarterback.
Man. Let me and the OC address that, Big Bird. Okay. Big Bird. Man, that's a fire call too.
Yoga fire.
Hey, listen, y'all. Y'all give B Bird. Thank you, B Bird. God, dog. Let's go through that, OC. This is why I love Freestyle Mondays. You gonna only get that type of call on Freestyle Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursday, whenever we decide to freestyle. So, OC, I'm going to let you kick it off, big dog, unless you want me to kick it off. You want me to kick it off? You got some stuff going on?
Go ahead. Go ahead, kick it off.
I'll let you handle that business. All right, this the deal on what B-Bird was saying. Because I did a video last week that did big numbers. Where Romo... Hey, admin, we got somebody that's coming in with some stuff that's inappropriate. Can y'all delete that person out the group, please? Thank you. But Romo predicted the downfall of the committee, and I did a whole show about that. Now, some people not patient enough to watch the whole thing, but everybody that watched it's about an hour and a half. But everybody that watched it, because to B Bird's point, Romo was like, system be damn. Right? And he warned of the downfall of the committee system. What he said is, in the beginning, it's going to work because defenses are not going to know where the ball is going. He said, but the problem is when they get film on you, they get your tendencies and they figure you out. That's why Romo never trusted systems. He trusted playmakers. And that's why I said in the video that I did, it's this video right. If you have not checked this video out, go check it out. Trust me, it's worth it because I go all the way through it. What's your thoughts on that, OC?
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, obviously, my guy definitely listens and follows us because, I mean, he's echoing some of the things we already put out there regarding this situation. The bottom line in the NFL, the difference between the NFL and college is that the speed and the strength and the athletic ability is elite across the board. So the fact of you just outsmarting somebody and just being a better athlete across the board is small. So what has to happen is that athlete on athlete at the end of the day is going to end up having to win some of these matchups, because they may know the route. They may know the play. You just got to be good enough to win.
Yep.
That's just what it is. When see, and it's kind of like a funnel, man. And I'll say this because I don't know the football experience of everybody that watches our channel, but it's kind of like going from high school to college. Like when you go from high school to college, and me and you both had this experience, like you were like the fastest dude in college, or you were like the strongest dude, in high school, and you get to college and everybody is just as fast as you, right? They're fast too. Are they strong too? Well, now you got to work technique and nuances, and then the best athlete is going to win. And so that's the issue with systems, right? Systems eliminate the individual prowess of elite players. And that's the flaw in the whole thing that we got going on right now.
Yep. It's a major flaw. And the sad part is not many people are calling it out. That's the sad part, is everybody real mouse about it. And that's why I said on the previous show, I said, listen, and I told the OC, if I'm headed towards a cliff, you have my permission to tackle me, even if it hurts me.
Right.
And see, that's what the OC and I are trying to do. We're trying to tackle. We're trying to get in front of it. It's too late when it's December. It's too late when it's September. The best times to really call this stuff out and put the truth out there is before they walk off the cliff.
Yep. And at the end of the day, it's kind of like this. The Cowboys, I don't understand the overcommitment to not paying good offensive players, right? Except for running backs and begrudgingly a quarterback who deserves it, right? I don't see the pattern of success from not paying really good receivers. I don't see it. Because here's the problem with the Cowboys right now is that, forget just the NFC, the Cowboys, as they're tracking right now to this day, they're not keeping up with the rest of the NFL. I almost did a video about this, right? If you look at the AFC, you look at the quarterbacks, you look at the receivers, these people are stockpiling as many weapons as they can, like it's World War III.
Right.
And so when you play against some of these teams, it's going to be tremendous pressure, even if you have a good defense. It's going to be tremendous pressure on that defense. They're going to have to play great. And that's the issue. You can't measure up and you can't match point for point and score, and you're counting on your defense to bail you out. And when your defense doesn't bail you out versus a tough team, you're going to lose the game.
Yep.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And see, that's why when I'm watching this offseason, I'm happy with Tank. Everything else, man, the Dallas Cowboys get a straight F.
Now, Cedric Wilson, he gets away. He was the only healthy. He was a healthy number 3.
But this is the deal. But this is the deal about Cedric Wilson and Schultz, bro. Just keeping it real. I think this system got them paid. Being honest. So I ain't worried about losing no Cedric Wilson because I think it's much easier to replace number 2s and number 3s than to replace a number 1. I think you can replace both of those guys in this draft. But no, it's a straight up F. And the worst part of how they handled free agency is they not getting the proper returns for these guys. That's the worst part. So, and then you not getting the returns based on how you handled offseason. I literally predicted 3 days before we got that fit for Amari that we was gonna get a bad deal because I was watching how we was shopping it. Like, for example, I'm gonna give y'all a good example, then we gonna take a call. Who would ever sell a car like this, OC, and everybody else that's listening? Who would sell a car like this? Hey, man, I'm trying to sell this car, but if you're not willing to buy it, I'm gonna go ahead and send it to the junkyard.
Right.
That's what we do. Hey, we looking to get something for this guy, but if we don't get nothing, we go just release him. So you telling everybody to come in there with a bottom offer because they know you getting ready to get rid of it.
Yeah, and because of his ego, he wanted, and this is where I think ego is the issue, right? You jump out there and you want to announce your plans. All right, we're going to part ways, right? This turned into an ego thing, right? And the reason why you got a bad deal was your ego.
Your ego.
You jumped out there and you said, we go part ways. Then, at the last minute, to get something and to save face, rather than just cut him, you go swap a pick and take a fit.
A fit?
Just to save face. And look, I'm going to give you some history. Go back historically and look at the Cowboys' last 5 fifth-round draft picks.
Oh, man.
Go back and look at it. The Cowboys draft good on the first day. The Cowboys have been good for the last 4, 5, 6 years on the first day. We ain't picking no killer fifth-round picks. We ain't finding no diamonds in the rough like that.
Bro.
That's just nonsense, man. Nonsense.
See, and listen, I'm going to try to find this real quick. Hold on. I'm going to try to find this real quick. But Skywalker did a show this morning, and I told him I ain't caught up to it yet. I just saw a small segment of it. Bro, he compared the previous number ones and what they got. It's insulting. Go ahead and talk about it real quick while I try to pull that up real quick. Hold on real quick.
Well, man, I mean, here's the deal, man. I mean, number ones in terms of value, well, you're looking at $20 to $25 million a year. If you're talking about that for a number one wide receiver. But if you talk about in terms of targets, and I put a video out about this, so if you guys ain't seen that, check this out on the channel, man, where I talk about Amari Cooper going to the Browns. And I'm going to restate some things I said in that video here, is that the Cowboys never treated Amari Cooper like a number one.
Never.
They never targeted him like a number one.
Never.
And they never respected him like a number one.
Never.
So if you do that, Boss Cowboy, then at the end of the day, you're going to get the results that you get. But if you look at the per receiving average, per his targets, he's one of the tops in the league. So even with the under targets, if you compare his targets and productivity, he's still one of the best in the league, even though you under target.
Hey, so this is it right here. I found it because I tweeted it. Look at this, bro. OC, look at what a first and a third for Odell Beckham in 2019. For old Julio, they got a second and a fourth, injury prone. In 2020, for Diggs, they got a first, fourth, fifth, and sixth. In 2019, they got a third and a fifth for Antonio Toxic Brown. I'm done. I'm done. And I disagree only a little bit with your point. Just a little bit. I don't think it was ego. I think it's publicity money.
It was stupidity.
I said publicity. Publicity, not stupidity. Publicity.
It's still ego.
Oh, yeah. It's still ego. But it's more greed. because they make so much money from being in those headlines that they rather get that money than to make football decisions. Because if they would have just been quiet and shopped Amari in the dark, they would have got a decent return. Yeah.
They're not shopping, okay, to your point, okay. They're not shopping Lyle Collins in the dark. And he has value.
Right.
They're not shopping him in the dark, man. They're shopping him wide open. Come and get it. We don't want him.
And look, to your point, this is the result, OC. I already got the article up. Report, and this came out 2 hours ago. Report is doubtful Cowboys can get anything for Lyle. Bro!
Because why will we pay for it when we're going to wait till you release him? We'll just wait till you release him.
Bro.
I'm not going to give you nothing. I'll wait till you release him. It's just real bad football decisions.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Real bad football decisions.
Horrible.
Man. It's real bad organizational leadership. It's bad.
It's horrible. It's horrible. And so it's sad when literally Tank gotta bail us out. Tank! Let's take another call, bro. Let's take another call because I know we can keep talking all day. This is supposed to be freestyle and we hogging. So we got the call lines back open and we can take a couple of more calls. So, but yeah, bro, everything is saying we need to build a defense. Everything. All right, we got this call. Here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports.
What's going on, baby? It's Keystone.
What's up, big dog?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Keystone, what's up?
I'm sitting back. I'm sitting back watching. I'm listening to that IL mess. You willing to give up anything for him, huh?
Yeah.
You gonna do like another coup trade 2.0? You about to recoup in that little couple hours? Is that what it's really about, Jerry and Steven?
Yeah. Yes.
Trying to recoup that money? That's why you're going to give. See, that's how it is about them. And it's like you said, it's all about the money. Because if you're going to sit up there and settle for a fifth and a sixth for Amari, when you could at least got 2/3 or maybe a third and a fourth, not only it was disrespectful towards Amari because you wasted your first round, but it showed you was about recouping most of that $20 million that you didn't want to pay him when you already knew when you put the contract on him, you wasn't going to pay him $20 million. What wide receiver you know in Dallas that had gotten $20 million? Other than Dallas.
Right.
So we already knew that.
Yeah.
So when you look at the Lyle situation and they're willing to give up whatever for him, that's what it's about. They try to recoup as much of that $15 million. What you want? Another couple of fifth rounds for him too in the future?
Oh yeah.
As recouping that money, they don't care.
See, Keystone, they go get this is what they go get for Lyle. They go get an 11th round pick. Just based on how they doing it, bro. It's how they doing it. You do not tell. See, let me say something real quick, Keystone, real quick. The reason why Carfax is a business because people, when they sell cars, don't disclose what's wrong with the cars. That's why they came up with Carfax. But the Dallas Cowboys like to tell, well, Amari was lazy. Go look at them last 3 plays.
Really?
Really?
And with him being going, what wide receiver, you know, another thing, when you look at the offense, who on that team can block other than Zeke?
Right. Yeah, bro.
Nobody talks about it, though, but Keystone's watching.
Yeah, Keystone, I know you watching, big dog. I definitely know you watching.
I'm watching. I'm listening. Yeah, who's going to block?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. No, you hit that dead on the head, big dog. Yeah, you definitely hit that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's one of those things. I said this and I mean this. This is what I tweeted, and it's moving a lot. This is the honest to God truth that we gotta accept. If we did not have Will McClay, we would be the Detroit Lions.
We will be doomed.
We would be doomed. Yeah. We would be doomed.
Help us.
Hold on real quick. Oh, Jessica, she said you out. You mad at me? Okay. Oh, you must have been trying to call. I got you. You the 903. I'll call you back. You can't bully me, Jessica. Give me a second. All right, but yeah, Key. No, you dead right, big dog. Yeah, it's sad, bro. It's sad. What's your final thoughts, big dog?
My final thought is, I was listening to what Coach Martin was saying about drafting defense. Yes, we can step up our defense, but at the end of the day, we need to put more on the line. So it's like we got to do a mixture of both. If we fill in the major needs in the draft, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, I can't fight that either. I can't fight that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be a mixture of both. Let me think on that, big dog. Give me a second to think on that. Let me, and then I'm gonna OC. We go let the OC jump it off real quick, and we go take that thought that you just threw out there, Key.
Yeah, salute, OC. What's going on, bro?
All right, big dog.
What's up, boy?
All right, fam.
All right, that was Keystone, bruh. So what's your thoughts on that, OC?
Yeah, man, I think that, the good thing is this. We're at the beginning of free agency, right? So we do have a chance to do something, and we have the draft. But based upon how the Cowboys handle this, we'll see kind of the foundation of our season this year. The troubling thing is that we could have handled our own internal issues better and not been so concerned about free agency and the upcoming NFL draft. But because of some of the decisions and moves, we have to depend on those two things for really the foundation, especially offensively, on what's going to really happen with the Cowboys this coming year, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Let me call Jessica because she over here going crazy in the chat. I'm gonna call you back, Jessica. All right, here we go. And I'm calling Jessica. See, I'm actually calling you, Jessica. All right.
Hello.
All right. Jessica, we got you on the call now. What's up?
Why don't y'all just stop talking about what happened to Cooper, man? Because it makes me mad. And then they want to sit up here and keep talking about Tank. Now they want to have an attitude with Tank. I'm tired of them blaming Dak for what happened to Cooper. Now they want to blame Tank because he got paid. Why don't y'all get mad at the people who hold this madness to? Jerry Jones and his family, his son. I ain't gonna say his family, it's him and his son. And then Keita Moore, he the one let his ego get in the way. He was mad because Cooper know how to do his job better than him. Cooper know how to call, how to do plays, feed out the defense, seeing where they coming from. He the one that told Dak, go ahead and run the ball in. So they got mad because they don't want Dak running the ball. You want to talk about Dak need to do this? Y'all talk about Dak need to do that. Why don't you look at who don't want Dak to run the ball? Why don't y'all look at who is stopping Dak from being Dak who you want to be? And you want to say, well, he need to go up there and do whatever, go overhead his boss. Okay, so you going to tell me you the CEO and your boss say it's got to go this way just because you the CEO? You feel like you can tell the boss what? So don't you try to put that on that man. That young boy trying to keep his job, and he also trying to be there for his teammate. He can't do both. He's not the owner. He's the quarterback. Y'all wasn't like this about Tony Romo, and he ain't won not now. Look at his split ring, Super Bowl. But you want to praise this man like he's just the all catch me out. Shut up about Romo. He ain't here no more. Get over it. You want to be with Romo? Go join him in the booth. And stop sitting up here getting Dak all this doggone mess y'all doing to him because he don't deserve it. Because you mad at him when we didn't have a quarterback, when we didn't have nobody that can go out there and take the team and go and try to win the game. All you had, 8-8. Y'all ain't saying nothing. You didn't go after Romo head. You didn't do all this to him. So don't tell me, yeah, you did, because you're a lie. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't be talking about Dak like you do. Y'all do this every doggone chat, man. These people are talking about draft. They're talking about cuts and all of this. But I'm upset because you paid Michael Gallup all this money. I love Michael Gallup, true enough. But the dude is hurt. He's badly hurt. And not only that, like Law showed us all the injuries this kid has had in one leg. All of this is on one leg. You keep on messing over a leg or a limb, and you not sitting there taking care of yourself and doing what you need to keep those limbs strong, you gonna always have problems in that leg. I was in a car wreck almost 5 years ago. Man, I have good days, and I have days where I be in that room trying to tend to my kids. And I be in there in so much pain, and people think I'm just being lazy in my job, and I'm not. I'm clearly in pain, and I'm trying to fight through the pain so I can work and take care of myself. Because I refuse to be sitting at home and trying to get no disability. No, I'm not. I'm too young for that. I refuse. I'm a fighter. With God help, I can work. So y'all need to quit sitting up here trying to go after Dak behind these people getting cut. Get mad at Jerry Jones for cutting Cooper. Get mad at them. Stop saying that Dak could have spoke up. They don't want to hear what Dak got to say. You talking about Romo did out? Romo wasn't doing all that talking with Jerry Jones like y'all trying to say he was. Get out of here. I'm done.
All right, thank you, Jessica, man. Your voice definitely mattered. We gonna respond to that for sure. That was a good one. All right, Jessica, man, god dang, she went off. Ooh wee. But she did bring up Mike Gallup, bro. Perfect segue into Michael Gallup.
Well, you know, if you follow Boss Cowboy Sports, and that's why you guys need to like, share, and subscribe, because when I did a video about Michael Gallup a week ago, I almost said a year, a week ago, I said that the Cowboys, on average, this is going to be a $10 to $12 million per year contract. And voila, it is.
Yep.
You know, so
right what you said. Dead on bullseye.
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. Y'all give the OC. Because you said exactly what the projection was going to be. Yes, you did.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, guys, it's not even just about that. It's about this. With the contract, it's not wise, man, because at the end of the day, no offense to Michael Gallup, I wish him well. I want him to make money. I want him to be successful. So this is not like a personal slight, but this is just on some straight business. Man, ACLs is like a box of chocolate. You know what I mean? You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get. So, you know, we hope for the best. We hope for a good recovery. We hope for all these things. We want him to be number one on this game. But the reality of it is, you can't plan on him being strong or any significant part of that offense until you get later in the year. And that's if he's tracking well. That's if he's doing well. Right? Until then, you got to come up with a way to move this football up and down the field, because what's to keep a team? And this is where I'm talking about scheme a little bit. What's to keep a team, Boss Cowboy, from doubling CeeDee Lamb, single everybody else, and blitz the crap out of Dak Prescott? What's stopping him from doing that? What's stopping him from doing that? You know what I mean? Because if I'm a defense and I see the team as it is right now, and I'm just going to go out here and assume we get better. You know what I mean? We draft some people, we get somebody free agency. But as it is right now, I'm doubling CeeDee Lamb, I'm pressuring Dak Prescott, and I'm trusting my other safety to do what he got to do if somebody run a deep route. That's all I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm stopping this defense and I'm stopping this team. You know, 100%. So that's what it is.
Right. Well, my thoughts on this Michael Gallup thing is this is Stephen Jones again, more so under the delusion that cap savings is the key to Super Bowls. Because his case against Cooper should have been the same case against Michael Gallup. Because they was leaking out through Bobby Belt. They had an issue with Amari and him always being banged up. Well, that should have been the same issue you had with Michael Gallup. But you don't. And then you saying you go trust a guy who was injured in January to be ready in 2022.
No.
Nah.
Unwise.
Nah.
Unwise. Bro.
Yeah. And my thing is this. I hope they don't rush Michael Gallup to try to be right. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Because then you go waste his whole contract. The best thing that they should do is be patient with Michael Gallup, just like they was with Tristan Hill. They did not put Tristan Hill nor Neville Gallimore back on that field until them boys was ready to go. So if it take Michael Gallup into the end of November, even the end of December, I don't want to see Michael Gallup at 85%. That's not fair to Dak. That's not fair to this team. That's not fair to Cooper. You let Cooper go because of this. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. This is an assignment that I'm gonna do. I'm doing this assignment myself. I'm just waiting, OC, to all of this play out, and I'm going to add up the cost of all the role players, and I bet you $1 million that together they are going to cost more than what Cooper would have cost. You see what I'm saying?
Of course.
Which is saying you allocated all your resources to freaking role players. And it's exactly what the playmaker said. It's exactly what he said. Where you treating your role players like stars and you treating your stars like role players.
Mike, Troy was talking about your guy beating beating the man on the other side. We're worried too much about scheming guys open. Is it on the receivers? Is it on the coaching to get the receivers the ball?
Now. That's the NFL now, guys. I've been talking about that for a while. When you see it, and that's why as we start rating guys, like we want to rate wide receiver, oh, he's better than him, he's better than him, and we do it on numbers when it's system beating system now. It's not man beating man. That's why you're going to get these so-called boy geniuses. They try to figure out a way to beat a system, and then I can get less players and come back and beat better players because I'm beating a system. The days of man beating man, we'll never have them again. We'll never have those again. And sometimes it takes away from when it's just time to get down, dirty, and gritty. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I've always explained. Troy's right. Troy's right. We're expecting now the coaches to come in and design a way to make a man get open, and just, instead of expecting the man to use his talents and gift and get somewhere and get open.
And that's why Cooper gone.
Troy.
That's why Cooper gone. That's why he gone. Because the Dallas Cowboys are betting.
Yoga fire.
They
Yoga
making a bet.
flame.
They saying our boy Wonder can make up for the loss of a bona fide playmaker. I'm gonna call.
You're saying that you're smarter than talent.
Yes, that's what they doing.
See, you're saying I'm smarter than talent.
Yep.
I believe we're such great coaches. We can coach you up inferior talent to beat superior talent. We're such great coaches. Right, and we done been in some games, Boss Cowboys. See, me and you, we done been in some football games.
Yeah,
where they just had more talent.
They just had more talent. Didn't matter what the scheme was, dog.
We worked hard. We worked hard.
We
tried.
We tried.
We threw the kitchen sink at them, but at the end of the day,
they was just better.
At the end of the day, they got that W. Because they just had more players.
Right.
They were deeper.
Their
players were just better, bro.
Better. Exactly, bro.
So,
exactly.
And I'm gonna give you a hot one, bro. Look, this is the delusion of Walmart shopping.
Oh.
Stephen Jones is underneath the delusion and intoxication of Walmart shopping.
Oh,
and that's why this thing is gonna end up costing more than it had they kept Amari Cooper.
It's gonna
Because
cost
you go
them more.
and you think you get a discount and you getting good value because you went to Walmart and they got rollback pricing. And by the time you finish loading up your cart with all those snacks and cookies and meat and tissue for sale, you end up spending twice as much, if not more, than what you originally thought you were going to spend when you came to that Walmart. It's the delusion, Boss Cowboy, of Walmart shopping. He is underneath the intoxication of savings. And you get what you pay for. The top teams in the NFL, they pay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers paid. The LA Rams paid. The Green Bay Packers paid. Even the New England Patriots, they paid.
God, dog, man.
You gotta pay to play, and you gotta pay to be a competitive team. And in this NFL, you gotta be willing to pay.
Ooh, man, listen. Ooh, I gotta find your straight business button. I don't have it in this show. Oh, I need it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I can't find it. But I need that straight business button, big dog. Ooh, that straight business, what you were just saying. Let me take one more call real quick. This will be it. All right, yeah, this is Freestyle. Hello. Anthony Terrell, what's up, big dog? Welcome to Freestyle Monday, big dog.
What's up, man?
What's on your mind?
I got it. Yeah, I'm feeling quite discouraged this evening, man, about the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
It's even Jones, man.
Yeah.
And I hope I can express this where I can make sense.
Okay.
And what I was thinking about is rich. You know, everybody thinks life is about being rich and having a lot of money. But one thing about it, you still have to achieve to feel good about yourself. I don't care how much money Stephen Jones got. It's a part of him that wants to prove to his dad and to the world that he can get it done being a leader of his team in office. So what his whole hang-up is this. When he signs a player to the Dallas Cowboys, he wants them to be so grateful that when he comes back to them about a restructure or he comes back to them about a pay cut or whatever the team needs, he feel like they should do it because they're supposed to be so grateful and thankful to play for this great organization. That's what he puts on them players. Because why? Did he play football? Did Stephen Jones play football?
Yeah, he played for Arkansas.
He played football, right?
Yep.
But did he make it? He didn't make it. So he's still looking for that fulfillment in other ways. I'm telling y'all, man. And it's through these contracts. And so what he does when they don't work with them on them contracts and stuff like that, he gets highly offended, man. Because it does not make sense. How can you talk up Zeke? How can you talk up Tank as if they lived up to their contracts, but you cut Cooper?
Don't make sense.
But now he comes back and he works something out with Tank. You see what I'm saying? It's the players that's willing to work with them after they sign them. Them the ones that he pledges his allegiance to. But if you say I ain't changing, I ain't doing this and all that, he gets offended, man. That's why he got rid of Dez. That's why he got. I'm willing to bet it didn't come out, but I'm willing to bet it was something like that on why he got rid of Cooper. And it's a complex that he has with players that get on his team that he don't feel like appreciate the opportunity enough.
Man, that's a good call, dog. We definitely got to take this one. Ooh, OC, bro. Anything else, bro, before we take this? Because, ooh, I love Freestyle Monday. God, dog. Go ahead.
Listen, this is the KTR syndrome. Kiss the ring syndrome. Man. Kiss the ring.
Ooh.
So what Stephen Jones wants you to do is kiss that ring. You see? And when you kiss that ring, you may get some things. But if you don't want to kiss that ring, He's the entitled prince. He didn't build the empire. He's trying to maintain it. And I said this for over a year, that one of the pitfalls of the Cowboys is not to have a balanced person that can kind of cool him off. Will McClay is probably the closest thing. They need somebody else in the building to bounce ideas off of that can cool him off and say, hey, this is what we got to do to truly win. This is what we got to do to truly be a competitive team this year, because tomorrow is not promised. Injuries are unpredictable. Circumstances are unpredictable. Pandemics are unpredictable. Okay? We would like to act like we know. We don't know all that will happen in the future. We just don't. So your best opportunity when you're close is to go all in right now. And so because he's always trying to prove something, is that he overplays his hand. That's why Dak Prescott got paid $40 million versus 29 or 30. Oh. That's why a lot of things have happened with particular players and circumstances, because when you're trying to prove yourself, when you're trying to compensate, that's what you do. You compensate. You overextend. And you get into bad contracts, you make bad decisions, and then you're in a mad scramble to try to make it right.
The OC.
There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Man, you know I'm gonna get that butt.
Straight business.
Put hashtag straight business in the chat.
I'm for sure gonna get that button, bro. God dog, but that boy was spitting that straight business. AT, let me take this call. I mean, let me talk about what you just talked about, bro, because you went in there. All right.
Okay.
All right, big dog. Thanks for the call, bro. That was Anthony Turr. Hey, we also got Law Nation in the building. What's up, Law? Y'all give my boy Law some fires, man. My boy Law been doing this thing, man. He been doing his good works. My boy Law has been putting out about 10 videos. There's nothing that's gonna happen that Law is not gonna have something to say about. Thank you for all your work, big dog, for real, because you are definitely a treasure to Cowboys community, big dog. Always good to see you, big homie. But yeah, man, that boy Anthony Turr went fed. Yep. And see, because one of the things, I'm going to replay this. I played this at the beginning of the show. I'm going to play it one more time because this came out today. Listen to this.
And again, I think they've made this thing personal. They certainly.
See, that's the first thing that they talked about. That this thing was personal. Yeah. See, notice, and see, OC, remember, we was on this show, and I said, bro, I got a bad feeling about Amari. Remember I said that? Because it was after he spoke out. Right. And I said, it's how we do stuff here, bro. I said I had a bad feeling that when he didn't say nothing wrong. It was perfectly politically correct. But even a fan, they was saying it straight up. Listen to the first things they say. Listen.
And again, I think they've made this thing personal. They certainly have when it comes to Amari. I mean,
kiss the ring.
To Anthony's point.
You don't want to kiss my ring? Kiss here, the Pope. Kiss my ring. Oh, you don't want to kiss the ring? Off with his hand for not kissing this ring. How dare thee not kiss my ring? You better kiss my ring.
You stupid OC. One more time, big dog. One more time, big dog.
Kiss my ring. You bet, like the Pope. You meet the Pope. Hey, hold on. What do the priests do? Bow down. They kiss his ring. Oh, you better bow down and pay homage and kiss my ring.
Oh man. God, dog. Man, that dude be want balls to kiss rings. And listen, I should have kept him on the phone. If I knew he was going to say this next, I should have kept him on the phone. Look at this comment. See, that's the key comment right there. That's the key. Damn, I should have kept this dude on the phone. No consistency with decisions. That's so facts. That's so facts. And that's what I was talking about with Amari versus Cooper. You can't use the reasons you let Cooper go and ignore those same reasons in Michael Gallup. It just don't make sense. You can't be leaking out, oh, we had issues with him always being banged up. but then you sign a guy that's always banged up more.
Tore his ACL. Tore his ACL. And you gave him a $62.5 million contract. Hypocrites.
Hypocrites. Hypocrites. You hypocrites.
Yoga fire.
You freaking hypocrite. You hypocrite.
Hypocrite. Just straight hypocrite.
It is. And that's why, listen, we can win, though. We can win a Super Bowl. But this is the truth. We got to tell you the truth. The Dallas Cowboy corporate America front office makes it harder. Because this is why we always will have a ray of hope. I'm finna tell you the truth. It's one reason why don't matter how silly the Jones family is. Because let's just be real. It was silly to kill your negotiations and trade value with Cooper. Calling them lazy. It was silly. It was silly how they're handling the trade potential of Lyle. Silly. But it's one guy that's going to always give us a chance because of his ability. Because without Will McClay, we would be the Detroit Lions. That's the only reason I'm sitting back right now cool. That's why I'm not panicking. Because Will McClay every offseason does a phenomenal job of replacing talent that our front office mess up. Because, see, they messed up the Dez thing. And then Will McClay will be like, okay, I'm going to rock with it. I'm going to sing the company line. I'm going to talk about this receiver by committee like it's going to work. But immediately when it didn't work, he went out and got us Cooper. He did. You see what I'm saying, O.C.? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, Will is kind of like a catch-all type guy, and he has a high football IQ, a great football mind, and he's been around real players, and he understands how a player should look and how they should function. So, no, he's a great talent evaluator, so that helps us tremendously. You know, this is a wait and see still.
Yeah,
so I don't want to overreact.
Yeah.
It's still a wait and see.
Yeah,
and I hope that we address, some of these things in free agency. But I'm telling you, if we get to the draft and we ain't addressed a receiver at all, good one, I'm gonna be concerned. Because if you don't, then you're telling me that you're going to blow up your own system because you're going to have to, because you're going to have to go to a power run game and hard play action to be competitive. Now you got to line up, really be able to run the football. So you better draft another offensive lineman and get you sight ends. You better do that, because we got to shift philosophies if we can't get open and you can't ball down. Now you're going to be forced to throw away your broken system if you don't deal with it. I'm telling you.
And see, look at this comment right here. He said, LOL, everything is good because of Will and everything is bad from the Joneses. Yeah, pretty much. If you can't see that yourself, I can't help you. I can't.
That sums it up.
Yeah, pretty much.
In terms, and let's clarify. In terms of football personnel decision making.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the overarching business of the Cowboys. No, it's phenomenal. It's never been better. But football personnel decision making.
Yeah. Because
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, because it's the Joneses that messed up. Even 2021. They messed that season up, bro. Like everybody over here like, what happened the second half of the season? What happened? It was what Romo said. The defenses caught up to that dumb committee that Steven is pushing down. What happened at right tackle? Why was they doing stupid stuff like rotating versus the Raiders on Thanksgiving Day tackles? Oh, because Jerry was calling Lyle the enforcer. And see, people thought I was crazy. People thought I was crazy when I said he told on himself. Remember I said this, OC? I said he told on himself, and most people didn't even peep it. Because the moment he said, this is what he said, I consider Lyle and Steele the same talent-wise. Well, me and the OC know from being in, and most people should know this. This is the rule of competition. Whenever you have a younger guy, a cheaper guy playing just as good as the older guy and the more expensive guy, you automatically go with the younger, cheaper guy on business and upside. That's what let you know they was meddling.
And I'm gonna say one thing too, just sidebar note, but not sidebar, on topic. Terrence still has the higher upside.
Yeah, that's clear.
He has the higher upside.
Yeah, he got the higher upside. And so, and this is the sad part. So people laughing like, ha ha ha, LOL, everything is because of Will McClay. Yeah, it's because of Will McClay. Yes. Because look at what happened to personnel when he came aboard in 2014. Huh? The year we drafted Zach Martin was the year. Oh, I could just stop. I ain't got to prove my case to just one guy in the chat box. But it's a lot of, I'm going to tell you what's going on right now that's making me sick to my stomach. And I'm going to be honest, OC. It's a lot of front office butt kissers. And they come and what they do, they ring kissers. So if you telling the truth on the front office, they get mad at us. Because what they really want is they want us to just fill them with optimism. They want us to just tell them everything is going to be fine. Just wait it out. Just you don't panic. Instead of just telling the truth, like they blundered their trade with Cooper and tell the truth. They blundered Lyell's trade. They likely get nothing. And it was your front office that did that. It was also your front office that actually threw their head coach under the bus. Who does that? Where he himself had to go to Rich Eisen's show and say publicly, I've never experienced anything like this. Yes, we are who we are because of Will McClay. Yeah, I said it. I don't take it back. And I dare you call in because I will destroy you if you tried to debate me on this. I will send you home crying, son. I promise you're not ready for this. Because, see, a lot of people try to act like they invested like us, OC, and they not. You sitting on the sideline. You're not putting in no work to really put content out there to really help this team. And you got the nerve to try to troll content people? You ain't going to never do that here. You can try to somewhere else, big dog. I know OC hate that, man. He hate when I go off on them balls, man. I be going off on them balls because y'all got me messed up. You are not going to come in here with all that front office butt kissing and think it's going to be safe here. Take that somewhere else.
Well, I understand why people are surrounding the Cowboys don't really say anything about the front office. You know, I understand. Because, boss, they trying to keep their jobs. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, they don't want to be cut off like one of our good esteemed colleagues almost got cut out and had to lay low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to get their access denied and all those type things. You know,
yeah.
I understand them treading lightly, right? But I'm going to say, hey, you can go even to, old media. You can go to, the Foxes and the ESPNs of the world, and every show watch talking about the trade of if you just watch it, all of them think it is hideous.
Yeah.
All of them think it's hideous.
They everybody said that trade was bad. And we over here like, the Joneses are fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, hey, man, nobody hits on every decision.
No.
This was just a bad one. The good part of it is that we do have an opportunity to right some wrongs, and I really put the emphasis, Boss Cowboy, on free agency because you can draft somebody, but, man, that guy got to get acclimated to the NFL. I said this in one of the videos. That guy got to learn the ropes, and it's just a tremendous amount of pressure to expect super high productivity out of a rookie receiver at the end of the first or beginning of the second round. It's not as realistic, and I think you got to get somebody that's more so of a proven and that has a track record of putting up some good numbers of some type of weight in free agency. That's where I think we got to go.
Yeah, I think we go do that too. I think we go do what we normally do. We go fill the holes in free agency. Some we not gonna like. So I'm already ready for that. It's gonna be some LVEs that's gonna be re-signed that we go hate it. But I understand the strategy, and I do agree with the strategy long term that you basically build your team in free agency with value free agents so that you can go into the draft with the freedom to pick the best player. That has been working, and they not gonna stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that. I got no problem with that. And I do also got to give Steven some credit for that strategy. I do. I do also give him credit for holding on to that strategy because long term, it has built talent. It has. You know what I mean? It's just when their egos get involved and they mess up talent and they hold on to stuff too long, or they get caught up in what I call the Kardashian model, where they start trying to do stuff that's going to be for publicity, but that's bad for football. That's where I totally walk away from the Joneses. Any final words, OC?
No, man, I think it's this. Hey, we got free agency, we got the draft, man. So right now, this is a wait-and-see approach. There is no final determinations that have been made yet. I will say this. There is a difference between a Super Bowl team and a talented team. The Cowboys had a talent team. The Cowboys didn't have a championship team. And so we have to begin to make the decisions to get us to a championship level in terms of a team. So let's wait to see, Boss Cowboy. I'm going to rest on my laurels just for a little bit, and we go see what happens.
Yeah, listen, the Dallas Cowboys going to be competitive, okay? And there's a chance, a slim chance that we can actually win a championship. But as long as it's meddling, we not. So, and we know, this is my final words, we know that they are all in on this system. So we're going to have to just let it play out, because they was all in on a receiver by committee system before until it fell flat on their face. You see what I'm saying? So this is the good thing I'll say. If this receiver by committee fail again, then you have to focus on the number one and abandoning it. See, because now they saying that first committee, it was number threes. You see what I'm saying, OC? The first committee was number threes. This one is number twos with some potential emerging number ones. So it's better. So they have some reasons to be optimistic. It's just that we not buying it. And I'm definitely not buying it in big games. But they could also be right and I could be wrong. And if they're right and I'm wrong, I'm going to openly, as I always do a show where I pull out the crow and I would eat it. You know what I'm saying? And I would say they let their nuts hang and they was right. That's my final words.
Yep.
So we do got the final word tomorrow. We got the final word tomorrow. We got some big guests coming in a week. Ooh. Should we tell them, OC? Nah, we ain't gonna, we shouldn't tell them.
Nah.
We should tell them.
Nah. You got to tune in, man. You got to tune in. And listen, if you want the latest and greatest in Cowboy sports and news, follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me, the OC100, on Twitter. Also, thank you so much for your donations into the Cash App, $Cowboy Sports. We definitely appreciate the contribution. It goes towards making more content. And turn on your bell notification icons. Turn on notifications for all. That way, every time we go live or we drop a video, that you can be in tune for updates and, catch the show. All right. So we appreciate all you guys' support.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.